Somebody made the joke to me recently that it seems like Hollywood has suddenly traded in their BLM stickers for I got vaccinated stickers, and now it's the Free Palestine stickers. That is how the internet works. Everything becomes a trend and everybody jumps on a bandwagon. It's social media and it's signaling a virtue on social media platforms. In fact, I actually have a girlfriend. She is a model. She has walked the Victoria's Secret fashion show, and she said to me seriously over dinner one night, I am getting so much pressure, Candace, because I'm in Hollywood, that I have to say something about all of these topics. They want me to post something about Black Lives Matter, and to be honest, I'm not an expert on race relations in America. I just want to be pretty on the internet. That's what she said. I just want to be pretty on the internet. And I said, that is so refreshing for a model to admit that they don't know what they're talking about and that they don't want to be an expert about everything. I actually miss those days. I miss those days when people were comfortable saying, I don't know. My story is interesting. I actually got into politics because I hate politics. I especially hate politicians because it's this weird culture of pretending to know absolutely everything. I have done so many political events where I've stood up on stage next to someone. They've received a question. They clearly didn't know the answer to the question, but they just, pretended to. Because I'm in politics, I have to know everything. I have to take a stance on absolutely everything. Now it feels like that political culture has seeped down into every average individual across the entire world. They feel like they have to pretend they know about various topics. So you're gonna have to imagine my surprise this weekend when I went to check out some of the direct messages that I received. And they were regarding the Israel and Palestinian conflict that broke out. People actually began messaging me. I don't think I'm really known as a Middle Eastern expert, but here are just a couple of the private messages that I received. Ready? Candace, I have followed you for years. I don't understand how you can see an image like this, the image that they were referring to was an image of a dead Arab girl, and not use your platform to speak out. Have you sold out? Have you sold out now because you work for Ben Shapiro? Another message I received. Candace, you need to draw attention to the Jewish people that are being attacked all over the country. I don't understand how you have not said anything at all. Your silence is violence. Silence is violence. I would tell you that both of these messages really upset me because what they're really doing there is emotional blackmail. It's either do this or you are that. It's exactly what was done during the Black Lives Matter riots. If you did not use your platform to say Black Lives Matter, then, well, it's because you're a racist. You must hate black people. You must want black people to die. Now it's the same thing, but they're in certain different groups, different ethnic groups. If you do not use your platform to say this, to speak out about Israel, it means that you hate Jewish people. If you do not use your platform, Candace, to say that it is sad to see a photo of a dead Arab girl, then it's because you want all Palestinians dead. That's emotional blackmail. That is what's happening on the internet today. It's emotional blackmail. I see Gal Gadot, the woman that played Wonder Woman, trending, and people are angry at her. She served in the IDF, and they are saying that Gal Gadot wants Arab children dead. I see Bella Hadid trending. Bella Hadid, a model. They suddenly say, you know what? Bella Hadid wants all Jewish people to be thrown into the ocean. If you agree with Bella Hadid, then you agree with that message. If you agree with Gal Gadot, then you agree with that message. Emotional blackmail. Here in America, we don't have an expert problem. We have a non-expert problem. We have too many people that don't know what they're talking about, that cannot seem to close their mouths. I'd like to speak on behalf of the non-experts, the people that have the courage to admit that they don't know everything and that they'd like to take time to learn. And I want to make something abundantly clear. Silence is not violence. Sometimes silence actually allows us to hear the debate. Sometimes hearing the debate allows us to learn. And sometimes learning allows us to think critically about our own ideas and to form our opinions. It took me years to form opinions about the pro-choice versus the pro-life debate. I started pro-choice, I ended up pro-life. Similarly, it took me a really long time to learn. I read multiple books about the environmental lobby, about climate change and why I don't believe it. And when I felt comfortable on my 2 feet, I spoke out. When I felt comfortable that I could defend my positions, I spoke out. not when the internet told me to be a fraud and to come up with an opinion because it's trending right now. Sometimes silence is courage. It's courage despite all of the noise on the internet, speaking out and saying, I don't know. And when it's coming from me, I want you guys to know something. Silence is simply authenticity. Somebody made the joke to me recently.